Hello everyone, Michael here. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm going to bring you another fantastic recipe on healthy eating. If you know me, you know that two of my favorite foods are beets and kale. And today I'm going to pair them with organic chicken to make you a delicious dish. Beets are really easy to make. They're nutritious, they're full of vitamin K, vitamin A, but still a lot of people today are afraid of them. I'm going to deconstruct one for you and show you how easy it is to cook and how delicious they can be in two different recipes. We have what you normally see as the beetroot, and these are the stem and the green. All you do is cut them in half. You may also find the beets loose and they look dirty. Don't be afraid of them. A lot of times they're less expensive that way. You can buy them like that, wash them, cut them off, and it's the same thing as this. Since this is right out of the ground and it's normally fresher, since it has the greens attached to it, it tends to be a little bit more money. We're going to eat the root and we're going to eat the green. Now the green portion of it sometimes is a little bitter. But I still want to get all those nutrients out of them, and I want to eat them because they're really good for you. So I always like to pair them up with some kale. All right, so I take the kale and I roll it and I slice it up like that. So I normally use about 2 cups of kale and maybe about a 1/4 cup of the leaf from the beet, and that's going to give me a nice mix and a nice flavor. Also with that, I like to take my red onion and I like to slice it nice and thin. The thinner the better, because it gives it a nice caramelization once it's in the stove. Earlier I went ahead and I started prepping some of these things. I wrapped this in tin foil, I baked it for about an hour, and this is how it looks. Nutritious, delicious beet. On the stove, I have this mixture of my kale, of my green to my beet, of my onion, and I also put some of the fresh ingredients in. A little fresh ginger, a little fresh garlic, and it's sauteing. That takes normally about 20-25 minutes to saute on like a medium to high heat. We're going to pair that with, like I said earlier, the organic chicken. Now, organic's a little bit more, but it's better for you. No hormones. It's fed properly. And we're going to make the glaze out of fresh blackberries. We're going to use some honey and water. And we're going to make a nice little glaze for the chicken at the end. Let me show you how this chicken should be. I'm going to move this out the way. Whenever I'm working with beets, I always like to have separate cutting boards just to give yourself a nice clean surface for the chicken. My chicken breast, the organic chicken, I like to cut it really thin and I pound it down. This way it cooks really quickly on the stovetop. So I have a piece here that I pre-seasoned right here. And I'm going to show you how I did that. It's real quick. Here are my seasonings: red pepper flakes, anise, clove, cinnamon, garlic. I just put it on just like that. A nice amount. Take my top of my saran wrap and I go ahead and I just pound it right in. Pound it, flip it, some more of those seasonings, just like that. Pound it down. Now this, you can do this the day before, the night before, same day. This whole thing really doesn't take any longer, like 20-25 minutes to prepare once you have all the ingredients and you're all set up for it. The beets you want to do ahead of time because they take, like I said, about an hour and 15 minutes to cook. But once you have them, they stay really good in the oven. So what we're going to do is we're going to put everything together here. We're going to go on the other side by the stove, and I'm going to get everything all cooked up for you. So I'll meet you over there in a second. Make sure you roll on here. All right, so we're back here on the stove top, my favorite place. We're gonna go ahead and start our glaze. So I'm gonna start it off with half a cup of water. I got those blackberries I spoke to you about. We're gonna add a little honey. About two and a half tablespoons of honey. And walnut oil. About 2 tablespoons of that too. And we're gonna let this cook down and caramelize. I'll show you that once it gets going. We got our chicken cooking. It's toasting up nice. And we have our green mixture. Take a shot of that for them. You got the greens from the beets, kale, and you have onion. We're gonna flip this chicken over. I like to do a little slice on it. That's going to be ready about 2 or 3 minutes. Now, a little secret that I like to use, my balsamic vinegar, I'm going to infuse my greens with. It's going to like pickle the onion. Two tablespoons balsamic vinegar. We're rocking and rolling. Turn this down. My berries are starting to caramelize. My greens are going nicely. All right, so let's do a little recap. My side salad's going to be the baked beets that I had. All right, I'm going to slice those up. I'm going to cube them, and I'm going to pair them with some walnuts, red onion, and a little olive oil on my final plating. I'm going to also have on there the mixed greens of the top of the beet, and also kale with onion. That's going to be on the side. And also we're going to have this little bit of an Asian flair chicken because of some of the spices that I use. And we're going to cap that with that beautiful glaze that I'm making of it, of blackberries and honey. This chicken is ready. The greens are ready. Oh, that's nice. Let me give you a look at this. All right, and that's gonna go on top of the chicken. A little sweet and savory flavor for you. All right, so we're gonna give us another minute or two. We're gonna get cleaned up. We're gonna come on the other side. I'm gonna pour some wine, tell you what that is. We're gonna plate everything, and we're gonna do a little taste test and finish this thing up for you. See you on the other side. Okay, gang, so we got everything back over here. I have my chicken plated along with my greens, beets and kale and onion. Here's my glaze that I promised you of blackberries, honey, walnut oil. And here are my beets that I baked earlier. And I'm just gonna make a quick little salad to show you how easy this is done. After you bake these beets, the skin falls right off. Just like that. I mean, it literally falls off. So you just want to take the skin off and you're left with the beet. Same thing here. Peel it. And it stains, so I'm wearing a glove. And that's it. You take it, and I'm going to pair this, like I said, with some walnuts and some of my onion that I had left over, and I'm just going to cube it. Just like that. I'm going to start to chop up the walnuts fine. Chop up the red onion. And 1 or 2 more times. And we're just going to scoop it up. Put it in our bowl. A little olive oil. And mix it around. And we're going to plate that right next to it. Walnuts, baked beets, onion. Now right here, this is the star of the show. This glaze, fresh blackberries, a little honey, walnut oil, water. Gotta get the wine going. Carnivore. It's a blend of cab. Got to taste some of this first. This is why you work hard, that wine. And let's taste some of this. Greens. And the beets. Take a look at that. Organic chicken, kale, greens from the beets, fresh beets, walnuts, red onion, blackberries, honey, and wine. Try this recipe just the way I showed you, and you'll love it. Thanks again for showing up and being a part of this meal, and I'll see you next week.